Thanks for coming through and checking me out, family. You are locked in with Frankie on Fresberg Creates, where I take you through the process of collecting fun facts and talking about those facts on history, along with taking you through a digital art tutorial on how to cartoon step by step with my process for creating our cover art when sharing fun facts about history online. Also on YouTube, there is a subscription option there where if you click the subscribe button, you can get instant alerts when we release new videos going through the process like this. Kicking things off, what you're going to see here on the screen is a rough draft of what I sketched out. What I'm doing today is I'm actually doing a fun facts cartoon online about Harriet Tubman. This month, the movie Harriet Tubman hits theaters, but it's not about the movie, but the fact that Harriet Tubman is a staple in Black history for her work with the Underground Railroad. So previously we had a biography online that had a lot of traffic with people who have looked at it, but I wanted to do something more updated with Harriet's story, sharing fun facts about her life, and also getting a chance to draw Harriet all over again. Today I'm working solely in Adobe Illustrator, which if you haven't used it before, it is a really cool art application. I don't have the latest Adobe Illustrator, but most versions of Illustrator will do when drawing and creating images. So as you can see here on top of my sketch that I've sketched out in red, I'm just using that as a blueprint to do my line work. Now when it comes to the Harriet Tubman facts, I pulled up an interesting fact about the United States and slavery is that many slaves never knew their real dates of birth. That is because records were not kept on when slaves were born during that time, and that same thing applied to Harriet Tubman. Now, different historians kind of open the window or close the window a little bit more when talking about her approximate birth date. Some try to pinpoint a specific day, but from what I found online in the research, most historians and Harriet herself didn't know her actual date of birth. That was a fact that I always found interesting about Harriet, and normally we start off with a person's date of birth. But in this situation, we truly don't know the original date of birth for Harriet Tubman. It would be like me working on this art here. If I didn't have a blueprint or some type of beginning point to start with, it would make things harder to go forward from there. Now, as I'm drawing this image of Harriet Tubman, Harriet was not actually her legal name at birth. When Harriet Tubman was born, her name was Araminta Ross. Now, that is definitely a unique name, and it is said that she had a nickname. Of course, when going through checking out some of my research, it was said that her mother called her Minty as a nickname. That's pretty cute. Now, getting back to building on the line art, and my overall goal is to create my line art as the guide to adding color on the second half of the process. Right now, when I'm doing this project, it is 11 p.m. my time. Truthfully, I don't get a lot of sleep, and that is where this next fact stuck out to me as well because of Harriet having a sleep disorder. With this next fact about her life, I get into thinking about her story and an experience that she had with an accident. To try to bring perspective to what I'm talking about, one day on the plantation where Harriet lived, there was another slave who was trying to escape. When that slave was trying to escape, the worker there was trying to prevent the slave from escaping by throwing a heavy weight at that slave, which happened to be running by Harriet at the time. Well, the terrible part about the story is the weight ended up hitting Harriet in the head and not the other slave, who was the target, causing Harriet's skull to be cracked. After this incident, Harriet began to fall asleep out of nowhere, and it would be hard for her to wake up. Of course, they didn't know as much about brain damage as we do today, but that had to be a scary thing to live with. Another thing about Harriet is the fact that she helped to free so many slaves. But before she helped others to gain freedom, she had to gain freedom herself. This took place in 1849, where Harriet and her two brothers escaped from their plantation. I always think about her story of escaping for the first time because Harriet always talked about how many people she could have helped escape with so many slaves that she met in her travels. She would tell tales of the encounters about how many of them were afraid to break away and experience freedom. This also has something to do with her initial escape. Harriet escaped with both her brothers, and they made it out too. But her brothers made the decision to go back to the plantation because they didn't want to be free on their own. Kind of ironic that there were some people there that did not want to leave the state of slavery. That's crazy to me. It is even crazier to think Harriet could have been influenced by her brothers and instead of escaping herself, went back to the plantation with her brothers, never making the impact on the world that she did. She was a brave soul. Anyway, needless to say, Harriet continued on until she made it to a free state. Earlier, you heard me mention the name Araminta. This is where her name changed once she made it to freedom. Truth be told, that's where the name Harriet Tubman was born, because during this time, even though you may have made it out of slavery, there were Southern slave owners who would come north to try to recapture slaves and take them back. So Harriet used that name to hide who she was born as. You have to hide at that time because it was crazy for African Americans. The terrifying experience for African Americans at that time was even if you were born free, there were still men who would come north and claim you as their slave even though they knew you weren't their slave. Yeah, I said it. They would literally take free men and women and kidnap them, taking them into slavery. So sad and sickening at the same time. But that's kind of what we deal with when we deal with history. Okay, so taking a break in between the facts, a couple of things you will see me do when creating my artwork is building off the base layers. What I mean by that is I will do my line art because a lot of the times I export those out to make coloring pages for some of the students I work with. But from there, for the internet, I have to color in whoever I'm drawing to make it more appealing. That is where I create a solid color, which is my face color for my illustrations, skin and hair and so on. That is one layer on the project, and then from there what I will do is I will go in and add layer after layer, adding different shades to the skin like you're seeing here with Harriet Tubman. I don't do it on all my projects, but it really kind of depends on what I'm doing or the style that I'm doing. But if I don't do something I like on one layer, it makes things kind of easy as I keep adding these layers up, because with everything being separated in my process, worst case scenario, if something is not working, I can delete that layer without impacting all the prior shading that I've done. So once again, I layer on top of layer on top of layer. I hope that makes sense as I continue on. Now, looking at this next fact, I learned this one in school. Harriet Tubman was a spy for the Union Army. During the Civil War, she worked as a nurse. Now, although she worked as a nurse, in between, she would be a spy for the Union, taking information back and forth, pretending to be a slave in order to help the Union win. Harriet Tubman was on that James Bond super spy of the Civil War swag. There's even a story where she helped a Union colonel free over 700 slaves during a raid. I mean, once again, from family members to so many more, Harriet was the truth. When you look at her work with the Underground Railroad, I always laugh when I ask people, did the Underground Railroad have a train? Actually, the Underground Railroad was not an actual railroad with a train. It was a network of abolitionists, people who were working to free slaves, who had safe houses throughout the region where they would help slaves looking to escape hide from their owners or people trying to capture them in the South. Basically, this was a place for them to hide out and move through to free states without those slave owners trying to take them back into slavery. Now, I want you to really think about that for a second. She's an escaped slave. We're talking about Harriet. So she's an escaped slave who was also a spy for the Union Army, but she was with a network of people who cared about those in slavery to help them break free. Yo, I can drop the mic like right now. Harriet Tubman, once again, was the truth. Okay, so I've come to the end and I'm pulling everything together like you're seeing here on the screen. This is my final work for my cover art. You'll see this when we pull our actual fun facts about Harriet Tubman cartoon together over on our Fresberg cartoon channel. Now, once again, just taking you back from the beginning, I did my rough draft. I brought that in as a base layer to begin the process. So I sketched it out, pulled that in, and then that's when I went in to do my line work to tighten up the overall look. Now, in the end, of course, I get rid of my sketch because I want the final work, so you'll see me do layer on top of layer, my first layer being my line art, and then I'll create a layer below my line art to fill in the base colors. From there, once I have my base colors, no shading, nothing like that, then I continue to add layer after layer in my layers panel with Adobe Illustrator until I get all the shading and everything I need to get that to what it looks like. So this is where you're seeing Harriet here. But that's pretty much it for me, guys. I'm done. Now, before I go, I do want to thank you for checking me out. And don't forget that when it comes to art, it's always a work in progress.
Known in history as the conductor of an underground railroad that had no train. Stay tuned for more as I share my top 10 interesting facts about Harriet Tubman, celebrating Black history. Beginning with fact number 1, the actual date of Harriet Tubman's birth is unknown. It is estimated that she was born between 1820 and 1823, but no one really knows because records on slaves' births were not kept at that time. Although she is commonly known as Harriet Tubman in history, that was not her name at birth. Looking at fact number 2, her birth name was Araminta Ross. She was nicknamed Minty by her mother. Looking at fact number 3, at an early age, Araminta experienced head trauma. This is where when another slave was trying to escape, an overseer who was trying to stop the slave threw a heavy weight at that slave, accidentally hitting Araminta in the head, cracking her skull. With fact number 4, because of the head injury, this affected her sleep. Araminta suffered from sleeping spells where she would suddenly fall asleep and it was hard to wake her up. Looking at fact number 5, in 1849, Araminta escaped to freedom. She ran away with her 2 brothers who eventually returned to their plantation, but Araminta continued on to Pennsylvania, which was a free state, and there she changed her name from Araminta to Harriet. With fact number 6, Tubman worked as an abolitionist. During that time, people who were abolitionists worked to free slaves, and there she became known for working with the Underground Railroad, which was a network of abolitionists who used secret routes and allowed their homes to be used as safe houses to help slaves move to free states. When looking at her work with the Underground Railroad, and fact number 7, in 10 years she guided her parents, siblings, relatives, and friends. Some were also guided by her and others following her instructions. With our next fact, Tubman served as a scout and a spy in the Civil War. During her time in the Union, she was employed as a nurse, but worked as a scout and a spy to gather information for the Union Army. Up next, working with the Union Army helped free a ton of slaves. For example, Tubman helped Union Colonel James Montgomery during a raid in South Carolina where they ended up freeing over 700 slaves. With our 10th and final fact, after the Civil War ended, Harriet Tubman spent the remainder of her life helping those in need until her life came to an end on March 10, 1913. Well, I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me as I shared my top 10 interesting facts from the biography of Harriet Tubman, celebrating Black history.